Series Scam You. With home buyers facing low inventory, many are eager to make a deal as soon as they can, making some vulnerable to fraud. Now there's a new warning about a growing scheme to take advantage of buyers. Our chief economics correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, is here to tell us all about it. Good morning, Rebecca.
Hi, Robin. And buying a home is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in your life, oftentimes a down payment being your life savings. But experts are warning real estate wire fraud is on the rise. And if you aren't careful, your money could be gone in the blink of an eye. Becoming a new homeowner is a dream come true. But for some people, like Carly Adriatos, it can also become a nightmare.
I had gotten an email that day right around the same time that I was on the phone with the title company. And it was pretty much instructions of how to send, the wire transfer.
But she says it was actually a scam.
I sent the money to the person that had sent it in the email. And then the next day, I got a call from my closing company and they stated that they had never received the funds.
Adriato says nearly $24,000 down payment was gone. Are you seeing an increase in real estate transfer wires?
Last year was a breakaway year, unfortunately, for consumers being victimized for real estate wire fraud as they're trying to get their down payment closing obligations satisfied, a lot of times by wire transfer.
How does it work? Experts say in many cases, the scammer sends a phishing email to a broker or title company, hacking into their email account. Then the scammer will use that information to trick you, the buyer or seller, into thinking they're your realtor or title company. The email address they use is often similar to the one you've been communicating with. They send wire instructions, you wire the money, but the person you thought sent it never receives it. These emails look very legitimate. The U.S. Secret Service, widely known for protecting elected officials, but also responsible for safeguarding the country's financial and payment systems. GMA getting an inside look at the agency's Global Investigative Operations Center and how they protect Americans from real estate wire fraud.
They do what's called a display name tactic.
Investigator Stephen Doherty shows us fraudulent emails from a scammer.
In their email settings, they can actually display the name of the realtor or title agent there instead of it looking like the actual email address they use.
In this case, Doherty says the scammers even stealing the title broker's email signature.
Our criminal actor had access to an email account that was hacked, and then they copied and pasted this information into their attack email.
So who's behind this?
These guys are very efficient criminal networks. They have cells located everywhere, domestically here in the U.S., Eastern Europe, Middle East, Africa, Southeast Asia, you name it. They are local. They are global.
Secret Service says it has recovered approximately $210 million for victims since 2019. But criminals are moving faster than ever.
We're seeing funds move, before we used to have a 72 to 48 hour window. Now funds are moving within 24 hours, even faster than that.
Gone so quickly, but time is literally money if you hope to get your money back. Immediate reporting needs to occur if any recovery can be attempted. The first thing that the individual needs to do is contact their bank immediately. Costly and tragic when this happens, Robin.
So what can home buyers do to protect themselves before this even happens?
So I talked to the Secret Service about this, and their tips are check the email address and URL used in any communication asking you to transfer money. Many people are doing business on their phone. That makes catching this thing slightly different because the addresses can look slightly different. It's harder to see on your phone. So the best thing to do is break out your computer before sending out such a large sum of money. You want to verify with the closing agents and parties in advance what the process is going to be before the closing. It should never change. So it is a red flag if you receive an email asking to do things differently when it's time to send money. And finally, call your title company before you do the transfer to confirm that your money is going to the right place. And Robin, one other thing the Secret Service told me, this often happens right before the weekend. People are busy. They're trying to get things off their plate. Once it's the weekend, you're not thinking about your bank. So a lot of these scammers prey on that.
But you're right about those addresses. It could be just one letter off, but it looks so legit.
And that's why you look at it on your computer, because then you can really see it.
That's true.
Yeah, people so excited to be closing on their homes.
It's so sad.
Yeah, really sad.
Rebecca, thank you as always for bringing us great information. And coming